God bless you, dear students. Today we are going to discuss about the poem The Solitary Reaper by William Wordsworth. So first of all, let's know something about the poet. William Wordsworth was an English romantic poet. Most of his poems celebrate the beauty of nature. Some of his famous poems include the Lucy poems, Tintern Abbey and the Prelude. So the title of the poem is Solitary Reaper. The word solitary means a single thing and reaper means a person who cuts the ripe crop. So this poem is in the form of ballad. Ballad means a short story, and here in this poem the poet describes the girl, her song and its impact on his mind. Okay, now let's recite the poem, and accordingly the reciting of the stanzas I will just explain you about it. Okay, so here the first stanza: behold her single in the field, yon solitary highland lass, reaping and singing by herself, stop here or gently pass. Alone she cuts and binds the grain and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen, for the vale profound is overflowing with a sound. So here in this stanza, the first word behold means look or see, and yon solitary. Yon means it is the usage of a very old word, and it is a Shakespearean language word which means there. And solitary means, as I told you before, solitary means single or alone. And here it is written highland lass. So highland is a mountainous area, and lass means girl. Then in this same stanza, the word melancholy strain. Melancholy means sad, and strain means tune or song. Then vale profound means vale means valley, and profound means intense or deep. So in this stanza, the poet is talking to the reader, means to us, and tells us to see the girl who is alone in the field and is reaping the crop and singing to herself. Then the poet says to the passers-by either to stop there quietly or to pass from there without making a noise. And this girl is cutting and binding the crop alone and singing a song of sad nature, but the poet likes her song that echoing in the deep valley and wants everybody to listen to it. Now second stanza: no nightingale did ever chant more welcome notes to weary bands of travellers in some shady haunt among Arabian sands. A voice so thrilling near was heard in springtime from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas among the farthest Hebrides. So the word chant means old fashioned, and Hebrides means an island group comprising western and northwestern Scotland in the Atlantic Ocean. So in this stanza, the poet thinks that even the nightingales, famous for its singing to the travelers in the Arabian desert, and when they take rest, but it cannot sing better than this girl. and he also says that the singing of the girl is better and more thrilling than the cuckoo bird, which sings in the spring season and says that the bird's sound breaking the silence in the Hebrides, means a group of islands of the coast of Scotland. Now let's see the third stanza. Will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow for old unhappy far off things and battles long ago. Or is it some more humble lay, familiar matter of today? Some natural sorrow, loss or pain that has been and may be again. Now the poet is unable to understand the language in which the girl is singing, and he does not know the theme of the song and wants somebody to tell him the theme. And he also thinks that the song is about old unhappy incidents of some battles in the past, and the song can also be about some familiar matter related to the life of the girl. So the song may also be about some natural sorrow, pain or loss which has happened to her. Okay, now the last stanza. Whatever the theme, the maiden sang, as if her song could have no ending. I saw her singing at her work, and over the sickle bending. I listened motionless and still, and as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more. And finally, the poet says that whatever may be the theme of the song sung by the girl is so sweetly and profoundly that he wished it would never end. And as the poet moved on, he carried the memory of her song with him. And as the song of the girl was heard no more. So the tune affects the poet so deeply that he carries the music in his heart. Now this poem it is end over here, and it's a nice lyrical poem by William Wordsworth where the poet describes the beauty of a reaper's song while she is busy at work. Okay, now to get the question answers, go through the description box of this video and send the request only once. And also children, your unit test syllabus that is completed for English 2nd, and for first unit test there is chapter 1 and poem television. So keep revising your work, and now study well and all the best.